Hello students, today I am going to start a new chapter of English language, but before starting the chapter, let's discuss some sentences. The first sentence is she an apple. Second sentence, Radhika a book. Students, are these sentences complete? Are these sentences given the meaning properly? No. Now let's have a look. She eats an apple. Radhika is reading a book. What is eats and what is reading? Yes, this is verb. So today I am going to teach you one very important topic of English language, that is verbs. And in Hindi it is kriya. So students, what is the definition of verb? A verb is a doing word which indicates possession, state of being or action. Examples: so many people have died due to coronavirus. Students, in this sentence, died is the main verb and have is your helping verb. Next example: my mother cooks very delicious food. In this sentence, cooks is the verb. Students, first we will discuss how we can form the verbs. So first is formation of verbs. Verbs can be formed by adding suffix or prefix in adjectives or noun. So first is by adding suffix. For example, fast, fasten, different, differentiate, modern, modernize, simple, simplify. Student, fast, different, modern and simple, these are adjectives, and by adding suffix we can form verb with the help of these adjectives. Now look at these examples: light, lighten, sympathy, sympathize, glory, glorify. Light, sympathy, glory, these are nouns, so we can add suffix to form verb in these nouns. Now students, next is by adding prefix. For example, large, enlarge, bold, embolden, able, enable. Students, large, bold and able, these are adjectives. By adding prefix we can form verb with the help of adjective. Now look at these examples: circle, encircle, par, empar, danger, endanger. Circle, par and danger, these are nouns, and by adding prefix we can form verb with the help of nouns. Students, next I am going to explain you forms of verbs. You all know that we are having three forms of verbs. First is present, second is past, and third is past participle. Now let's discuss forms of some verbs. First verb is verb, and its past and past participle forms are verb and verb. Second is went, past form is bent and past participle form is bent. Third one is lost. Past form is lost and past participle form is also lost. Next verb is sing. Past form is sang and past participle form is sung. Next is give. Past form is gave and past participle form is given. And the last example is know. Past form is knew and past participle form is know. Students, what is the main difference that you can observe in past and past participle form of these verbs? The verbs which are having ed or t at the end of its past and past participle forms, these verbs are known as regular verbs. And the verbs which do not follow this rule, like sing, give and know, these verbs are known as irregular verbs. Now students, I am going to explain you types of verbs. You must have studied this in your previous class that we are having three types of verbs: having verbs, being verbs and action verbs. Having verbs are has, have and had, and these verbs are used to show possession. Being verbs are is, am, are, was, were, will be and shall be. Being verbs are used to show state of being. Next is action verbs. Action verbs such as speak, argue, deliver. These action verbs are used to show action. Now, on the basis of function, we are having five types of verbs. First is main verbs, and there are two types of main verbs: transitive and intransitive. Next is linking verbs. Third one is auxiliary verbs. Fourth one is finite and non-finite verbs. And the last one is causative verbs. So first I am going to explain you main verbs. Main verbs are the verbs which have meaning of their own. For example, cook, sleep, run, jog, deliver, argue. These all are main verbs. Now main verbs are of two types. First is transitive verbs and second one is intransitive verbs. Transitive verbs are the verbs which need an object to complete its meaning. Without object, these verbs are not able to give the meaning properly. Examples of transitive verbs are: first one is Mary sent a gift from London. Now if we talk about this example, sent is the verb and a gift is object. If we remove this object from this sentence, so what will be the sentence? Mary sent from London. So the question arises, what did Mary send? So without this object, this verb is not able to give its complete meaning. So this send is your transitive verb. Next example, Radhika likes her father very much. Now in this sentence, likes is the verb and her father is the object. So if you remove this object, her father, from the sentence will be Radhika likes very much. Then the question arises, to whom Radhika likes? So answer will be her father. So it is an object. Without this object, this verb likes is not able to give complete meaning. So this is also transitive verb. Transitive verbs are of two types. First is monotransitive verbs and second is ditransitive verbs. Monotransitive verbs are the verbs which need only one object to complete its meaning. For example, she is writing a letter. Writing is the verb and a letter is object. So this writing verb needs only one object, and with the help of this one object it is able to give complete meaning. So it is monotransitive verb. Second example is Mr. Narendra Modi has delivered a wonderful speech. In this example, deliver is your verb and speech is your object. So this verb deliver is able to give complete meaning with the help of this one object. So this is also monotransitive verb. Next is ditransitive verbs. Ditransitive verbs are the verbs which need two objects to complete its meaning. One is direct object and second one is indirect object. Now look at the examples. First one is my father had gifted a watch to me. In this sentence, gifted is the verb, a watch is the direct object, and to me is the indirect object. So this verb gift is having two objects, direct and indirect. So this verb gifted is ditransitive verb. Now second example is Rohan is playing football with his brother. Now in this example, playing is verb, football is direct object, and his brother is indirect object. So this verb playing is having two objects, one direct object and one indirect object. So this verb playing is also ditransitive verb. Now next is intransitive verbs. Intransitive verbs are the verbs which don't need any object. Object is not required for intransitive verbs. Look at the examples. They laugh. Now in this sentence, laugh is verb and it is giving complete meaning without any object. So it is intransitive verb. Next example is my mother exercises daily. Now in this sentence, exercise is the verb and it is giving complete meaning without any object. So it is also intransitive verb. Next example is the dog, rain. Now in this sentence, rain is the verb which is giving complete meaning without any object. So it is intransitive verb. Next example is the light was shining. Now in this example, shining is the verb and it is giving complete meaning without any object. So it is also intransitive verb. Students, a verb can be transitive as well as intransitive also. It depends on how they are used in a sentence. For example, first sentence is she sang. In this sentence, sang is the verb and it is giving complete meaning without any object. So it is intransitive verb. Next example is she sang national anthem in school assembly. In this sentence, sang is the verb and national anthem is the object. So in this sentence, sang is having an object, so it is transitive verb. So have you observed that a single verb sang is working as intransitive verb as well as transitive verb? It is depending on how you are using it in a sentence. That's all for today, students. Thank you so much.